Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, Honorable Mr. Rahman Faisal, as a lecturer in English course, and all friends. Today, I want to discuss a very serious and urgent issues in our world of education, namely violence in educational units. This violence can occur in various forms, ranging from bullying, physical violence, to emotional violence. Unfortunately, this phenomenon is not new, but is increasingly becoming a concern in many educational institutions. According to data from the Indonesia Child Protection Commission's KPAI, more than 60% of students at school report having experienced bullying from their classmates. These numbers illustrate how widespread this problem and a significant impact on student mental health and development. Violence in educational units not only harms the individual who experience it, but also create an unsafe and unconducive learning environment. In this speech, I will explore the various forms of violence that occur in educational environment, their impact on students, and the steps we need to take to address this problem. Let us together commit to creating a safer and more supportive educational environment for all. Thank you. Okay, number one, definition of violence in educational units. Violence in educational units refers to act of physical or emotional harm that occur in educational environment, from elementary school to universities. This violence can appear of many forms, and each has a significant impact on the victim and the learning environment as well. Bullying. Bullying is one of the most common form of violence that occur in educational environment. These actions can be physical, such as attacks or beatings, or verbal, such as teasing or insults. Bullying does not only occur in the classroom, but also outside school, including in social environment and in cyberspace. The impact of bullying is very damaging. Victims often feel isolated, lose self-confidence, and experience prolonged stress. They may feel worthless and afraid to go to school, which can affect their learning. Additionally, bullying can cause mental health problems such as anxiety and depression, which can continue to adulthood. Physical violence. Physical violence include any form of attack that result of injury to students. Example of physical violence can be fight between students or acts of violence committed by teachers against students. Physical violence not only impact the victim's physical health, but can also leave deep psychological trauma. Victim may feel frightened, depressed, or even angry, which can interfere with their social interaction and development. And then emotional abuse. Emotional abuse is more difficult form of violence to identify. Its effect can be just as damaging. These actions involve insults, threat, and emotional manipulation of students. For example, a teacher who consistently puts down students in front of their friends or classmates who exclude other students. The impact of emotional abuse can be profound and long-lasting. Victims often experience problems with self-esteem and self-confidence. They may feel unworthy and worthless, which can hinder their social and academic development. Emotional abuse can also cause mental health disorder such as depression and anxiety, which can affect their overall quality of life. 2. Data and statistics on violence in educational units. Global statistics from UNESCO. According to data released by UNESCO in 2022, around 30% of students worldwide report that they had been victims of bullying. The figure shows that the problem of violence in the educational environment is not only local, but is a global phenomenon that require attention from all parties. With a third of students experiencing bullying, it is clear that many do not feel safe at school, which can hinder their learning and overall development. Survey in Indonesia by KPAI. Focusing more deeply on the Indonesian context, a survey conducted by the Indonesian Child Protection Commission (KPAI) in 2021 saw surprising result. 60% of students felt pressure and experienced bullying from classmates. This is a very significant number, reflecting how many students do not feel safe in the school environment. The stress students experience can have a direct impact on their academic performance, mental health, and social development. The result of this survey should be an alarm for all of us, considering the importance of creating a safe and supportive educational environment. Research by Indonesian Child Protection Institute (LPAI). Furthermore, a study conducted by the Indonesian Child Protection Institute (LPAI) in 2023 noted that 40% of teachers report violence at school, whether committed by students against students or by teachers against students. This data indicate that violence in educational environment does not only occur among students, but also involves interaction between teachers and students. When teachers engage in violence, whether physical or emotional, this can create an atmosphere that is not supportive for students to learn. This statistic illustrates that violence in educational units is a complex and multidimensional problem, which require a holistic approach in handling. But students and teachers have a role in creating a safe and inclusive environment. By understanding the scale and impact of this problem, we can begin to take the necessary step to address it. The impact of violence in educational units. The impact of violence in educational units is very serious and covers various aspects, both the victims, perpetrators, and the learning environment as well. 1. Impact of victims. Violence, especially bullying, has profound consequences for victims. Students who experience violence often face serious mental health problems such as depression and anxiety. They feel isolated, worthless, and lose motivation to learn. According to study from the American Psychological Associations (APA), students who are victims of bullying are more likely to experience long-term mental health disorder. This emotional instability can interfere with their development, both academically and socially. Victims often have difficulty interacting with their peers, which in turn can isolate them further. 2. Impact for perpetrator. On the other hand, violence at school not only affects the victims but also the perpetrators. Students who commit violence often have emotional problems or come from unstable family environment. Without proper intervention, this aggressive behavior can continue into adulthood, creating a cycle of violence that is difficult to overcome. Abusers may not realize the impact their actions have on others, and in the absence of rehabilitation effort, they may repeat the same patterns in future in personal relationships. 3. Impact on the learning environment. Violence in educational units also has a major impact on the overall learning environment. When violence occurs, the school atmosphere becomes unsafe, which impacts the quality of learning. Students who feel threatened or insecure will not be able to concentrate on their studies. Data from the OECD show that safe and supportive learning environment contribute to better educational outcomes. When students feel threatened, their motivation to learn decrease and their academic performance can be affected. An unsafe school can be a barrier to students' character formation and cognitive development. By understanding the broad impact of violence in educational settings, it is important for all of us, teachers, parents, students, and communities, to work together to create a supportive educational environment. These efforts will not only help victims and perpetrators but also improve the overall quality of education. Cause of violence in educational units. Violence in educational units is a complex phenomenon triggered by various factors. Understanding this cause is important for developing effective solutions. The following are some of the main causes of violence in educational environment. Family environment. Number one. One of the main factors that influence violent behavior to children is family environment. Children who grow up in dysfunctional families or experience violence at home often imitate this behavior at school. If they witness or experience violence as a way to resolve conflict at home, they are likely to consider it an acceptable norm. This creates a mindset that violence is legitimate way to deal with the problem, both in interaction with peers and in other situations outside the home. Number two, social media. Into this digital area, social media plays a big role in shaping the behavior of children and teenagers. A lot of content circulating on social media can promote aggressive and negative behavior. For example, violence videos, derogatory memes, or depictions of aggressions as humorous or entertaining can inspire students to imitate similar actions on real life. When students are exposed to this kind of content, they may become desensitized to violence, and that such behavior is normal in their social interactions. And three, lack of character education. Character education in school is very important to shape students' attitude and behavior. Unfortunately, many schools do not provide enough education in empathy, tolerance, and essential social skills. Without a good understanding of how to interact positively with others, students may feel that violence is not only solution to the problem they face. The inability to manage emotion and conflict in a healthy way can lead to violence behavior, both towards oneself and others. Effort to overcome violence in educational units. To overcome the problem of violence in educational unit, concrete steps need to be taken. Here are some efforts that can be done. Number one, character building. Character building, integrating character education into the school curriculum is a fundamental step. By teaching values such as empathy, tolerance, and cooperation from an early age, students can understand and respect the feeling and right of others. A plain character education program can have some positive attitude among students, reduce aggressive behavior, and create a supportive school culture. For example, took group activities, discussions, and social projects, students can learn to work together and appreciate each other's difference. Number two, training for teachers. Providing training to teachers is essential to ensure they have skills necessary to identify and address violence in school in an effective and sensitive manner. Teachers must be equipped with knowledge of the sign of bullying and violence behavior as well as appropriate intervention techniques. With this training, teachers can be at the forefront in creating a safe learning environment and can provide appropriate support for students who experience problem. 3. Counseling program. Providing counseling service for students who are victims or perpetrators of violence is a crucial step. Counselors at school can help students overcome emotional problems, provide psychological support, and create a safe space to share feelings. With proper counseling, students who have experienced trauma due to violence can recover and rebuild their self-confidence. Additionally, counselors can also work with perpetrators to understand the impact of their action and develop better self-control strategies. And the last, partnership with parents. Involving parents in educational program about school violence is essential. Good communication between schools and parents can help create a supportive environment for students. School can organize workshop or seminar for parents, providing information on how to recognize the sign of violence and how they can contribute to creating a safe environment. With this collaboration, it is hoped that parents can support character education and preventive measures implemented in school. Conclusion. In closing, violence in educational units is a very serious and urgent issue which requires attention and action from all of us. This existence of violence, whether physical or emotional, not only harm the victim but also disrupts the entire learning process. Every student has the right to learn in a safe environment where they feel valued, accepted, and can thrive without fear on intimidation or violence. Therefore, it is important for us to work together to create supportive learning environment. This is not only the responsibility of school and teachers, but also parents, communities, and all related parties. By promoting values such as empathy, tolerance, and mutual respect, we can build a strong foundation for better education. Let's commit to being part of the solution in fighting violence in schools. We can do this by supporting various efforts such as character education, training for teachers, providing counseling service, and increasingly parental involvement. These concrete steps will help ensure that education is not only an informative process, but also a positive and constructive one, which will shape a better generation in the future. Thank you for your attention. Let us work together to create a better and safe educational environment for all students. By working together, we can change the educational atmosphere to a more positive one where every child has the opportunity to learn and develop without fear. Thank you.